TGIF coming off a 2-2 day on an 11-4 run. Let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to finish the week with some more NBA action as the season winds down. You guys just heard it. It was just a so-so day, a small losing day, but still on a nice 11-4 run. Let's see if we can keep that rolling into the weekend. Hit both video bets, and then I added 2 stupid unders, unfortunately. But we'll go over the recap in just a little bit. Quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video for Friday will also be out. I don't know if it'll be right before this or right after this video, but go check it out. It was a rough opening day, but you know what? We'll bounce back. We got 162 games. So just want to let you know we got to give out a lot of research help as well on those MLB bets, or on those MLB videos, if I can talk. But any graphics you see in this video are from an app called OUTLIER. It is the best betting research tool on the market today. I use it for every sport we do, NFL, MLB, NBA. If you guys want to try it out, click that link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it, and that means it's dad joke time. Here we go. I really want to start a new diet. I just feel like I have way too much on my plate right now. All right. In this video, we're going to recap that 2-2 day, and then we're going to give you the injury report and any teams on a back-to-back. And then we'll talk defenses versus the center position like we do every Friday. And then, of course, we'll give you our best bets, any leads that we have, and then finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. Continues to help this channel to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we're on our way to 40,000 subscribers. Also, the Discord link is below in the description. Over 4,000 people in it. It's completely free, and we have a lot of smart people in there giving out winning bets every single day. So let's get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. The 2-2 day. Onyeka Okongwu over a half a three. He had his chances, and he finally knocked one down. He went 0 for his first 3 and then hit his 4th attempt finally in the 4th quarter. It was a beauty, but love that bet. Over half a 3 for a guy taking 4 threes, unless he took a 5th that I don't know about. I don't even remember. But Thunder -10. It was a close game the entire time, and then the Thunder finally decided to, said, you know what, we're going to just take over. And they absolutely did in the 4th quarter. Started with their defense, and they just steamrolled the Grizzlies. So that was a nice win there. Trae Young under 24.5 points. He hadn't done it yet in 3 games versus the Heat, and guess what? He did it. He came out shooting. He shot, I think, over 50% or right around there. He came out on fire. Sometimes you tip the cap. Bad read by me. He just got the job done. He made shots. Josh Giddey, under 28.5 PRs. This was a half-unit play because stepping in front of the Giddey train was scary, and it was stupid. Absolutely dumb. Sometimes the guy's on a hot streak, and I like to sell high and try to go against the grain and all that kind of stuff. I thought the Lakers could be able to slow it down. Absolutely did not, including a half-court game winner against the Lakers. But he cashed way before that half-court shot. So either way, unfortunately, I added 2 unders. But there's the under player prop tracker. 76 and 53. We're after that 2-2 day. We are 283 and 229, up 28.07 units. Hopefully, we can hit that 30-unit mark this weekend. But that's what we got for the recap. Now, let's talk the injury report. All right, there it is. 7 games today, and we got with the Cavaliers at Pistons. A good game. Cade Cunningham is out, unfortunately, as well as Ty Jerome. Not as big a news, obviously. Clippers at Nets. Watford and Zaire Williams, both questionable for the Nets. Then the Hornets at Raptors, LaMelo Ball and RJ Barrett are going to be out. Knicks at Bucks, Brunson, McBride, and Campaign all still out. Dame is out indefinitely, last time I heard. And then Giannis is questionable for that one. Just a ton of injuries here, guys. Warriors at Pelicans, Steph Curry questionable. Zion and McCollum out. If you can't tell, these are some big names being questionable, so it's hard to make a lot of bets the night before. But Suns at T-Wolves, only injury on the report is Bradley Beal is out. Jazz Nuggets. Again, these 2 teams. Jokic, probable. Murray, questionable. Again, Jokic went from doubtful to playing last game, so who knows? Murray, questionable. Markkanen, questionable, I believe. Collins and Clarkson out, but I'm going to say this. The Jazz, the whole team could end up being out. I don't think they've updated every single Jazz player before we recorded this video. And then the 2 teams on the back-to-back. Cavaliers 7-7 against the spread on 0 days rest, and the Jazz are 5-8 ATS on 0 days rest. So that's what we got. Now let's talk the big man. All right, we start with the defenses, giving up the most points to the center position. This is all within the last 30 days. If the team or players in green, that just means they are playing today. We got 2 matchups. The Nets facing Ivica Zubac, 20.9 points per game. Nets giving up 23.9. And then the Bucks facing Karl Anthony Towns, 23.9 points per game. The Bucks giving up 23 of their own. And then Jokic up there, obviously 29.3, leading the way by far. So that's what we got for the points. Now let's check out the rebounds. We got 2 matchups here. Cavaliers facing Jalen Duren of the Pistons, 9.6 rebounds per game. Cavs actually giving up the second most rebounds to the center position in the last 3 days. You wouldn't think it, but they really are. Raptors 15.9, and they are facing Mark Williams, averaging 11.3 boards per game, getting on the glass pretty well lately. So there's all the rest of the players. Now let's check out the assists. And holy smokes, we got a lot. Suns facing Naz Reid. Again, these are assists with centers, so don't make this the only reason you make a bet. Pelicans facing Draymond Green. Clippers facing Nick Claxton. And then the Jazz facing Nikola Jokic, 9.7 assists. Jazz giving up 4.4. So that's what we got for any over matchups. Now let's look at the toughest center matchups in the last 30 days. The Clippers giving up the fewest points per game to the center position, 17.3. And then you see the other teams playing there as well. And then the fewest rebounds, excuse me, Bucks giving up 12.6. And then we also have the Pistons in the top 5 at 13.2. And then over there on the fewest assists, the T-Wolves giving up only 2.9. So that's what we got for all the center position injury report and that research help. Now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to the land of the tiny beverages. That's right, the Minnesota Timberwolves hosting the Phoenix Suns. T-Wolves -7. Total in this one is 227. I got an over on a superstar. Give me Anthony Edwards over 31.5 points plus assists, -125 on FanDuel. This is a 1-unit play. I like this at 32.5 as well. But the last 10 games, Mr. Edwards, he's over in 6 of 10 and 12 of 20. So 60% hit rate. He's coming off 2 bad games. You love to take a guy like Anthony Edwards coming off a bad game. I think he's going to have a good bounce back here. But he's averaging 31 PAs per game right at this line, averaging 19 field goal attempts per game. Volume's still there, even with Julius Randle. Also averaging 7.4 potential assists per game. But this matchup, he has taken this personally in a good way because he's playing his hero, Kevin Durant. He has looked up to him since he was little, and he shows out whenever he faces them. In the 2 games versus the Suns this year, how about 38 and 51 PAs? Took 20 and 22 field goal attempts. They have a little rivalry going on, and they played in the Olympics together, as you guys know. But he had a huge 8 and 15 potential assists in those games. That's why I'm adding the assists to the points. I don't mind the points either. I also don't mind the PRAs. I think if he goes over everything. But the last 30 days, Suns have given up the 9th most points and the 12th most assists to the shooting guard position. The Suns are a team that struggles to defend the 3 ball, whether it's spot ups, pull ups. We know Ant has no problem just pulling up from absolutely anywhere. In fact, the last game, just to show you how much they struggled, he went 6 for 14 last game from downtown versus Phoenix. So he had a ton of volume there. So overall, he owns this matchup. It's a good matchup on paper as well. Good bounce back spot for Ant. Give me the Ant man over 31.5 PAs as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Milwaukee where the Bucks host the New York Knickerbockers. Knicks -1. Total in this one is 220. The theme here is superstars. That's right. It wasn't the goal, but that's what we're doing. Karl Anthony Towns over 40.5 PRAs at -115 on DraftKings. This is also a 1-unit play, and it's a big number. I get it. 40.5 is a huge number. Don't usually play overs at lines like this, but let's talk about why I love it. So Cat this season over in 51% of games, averaging right around this line. Okay, nothing big there. But in games without Brunson and McBride, I'm going to use McBride because he also comes in and takes usage away, takes a lot of shots. He's played 4 games without these 2 guys. He's over in 4 games. Not just that, he's averaging 50 PRAs per game. It's ridiculous. No less than 43 in any game, including 52 PRAs in a tough matchup versus the LA Clippers. So he's averaged 20 field goal attempts per game in these 4, averaging 22 rebound chances and 7.5 potential assists. The volume and the usage is absolutely through the roof when it comes to Cat. Now the matchup, he's faced the Bucks twice this season, both with Brunson, by the way. How about 48 and 52 PRAs? They have absolutely no answer for him. As you can tell by my 2 bets today that you just heard with Ant and this one, the matchups are where it's at. These guys have owned these teams. He's averaging more potentials and field goal attempts now without those guys. So I think he has another great game. Obviously, a guy like Brook Lopez does not want to chase this man around, that's for sure. But last 30 days, the Bucks have given up the 9th most points and the 9th most rebounds to centers. They have been top 5 for rebounds allowed. So if you want to do points plus assists, you could do that, but I'm not too worried. Again, he just played him in 2 games and had 18 and 11 rebounds. So if we can get at least 11 or 12, we should be fine there. But with Giannis playing, I think this game should be competitive. Hopefully he does play. But Cat is averaging 34.5 minutes per game this without Brunson. In games just overall this season where he's played 33 or more minutes, he's over this line in 68% of games. So I love this one. Give me Kitty Cat over 40.5 PRAs, or as my second and final best bet. I do not have another one. We had to do a long MLB video as well, but I will be having added plays in the pinned comments below in the morning. It'll also be on X and Discord, so be sure to check it out. But these are what I have for the Friday slate so far. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The two best bets so far, both one-unit plays, the Ant-Man and the Cat. That's what we're going with. Ant over 31.5 PAs and Karl Anthony Towns over 40.5 PRAs. Hopefully they have some huge games for us. Again, more plays will be coming in the morning. It'll be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. But again, thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate the support every single day. Hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.